The opening sequence in Twisters 2024 is intense and emotionally charged, setting the stage for the entire film. The scene flashes back to an earlier storm-chasing mission led by the protagonist, meteorologist Kate Cooper. During this storm, Kate and her team encounter an unexpectedly violent tornado that quickly escalates beyond their control. As they try to gather data, the storm takes a tragic turn, leading to the death of a close colleague who was swept away by the tornado. This incident marks a critical turning point in Kate's life, leading her to abandon storm chasing out of guilt and fear. The scene is crafted to showcase both the raw power of nature and the vulnerabilities of the scientists who attempt to study it. The tornado itself is depicted with striking realism, thanks to advanced CGI, which captures the violent winds, flying debris, and the chaotic environment that the characters navigate. The film uses this opening to emphasize the unpredictability and destructive potential of tornadoes, while also establishing Kate's emotional backstory and her initial reluctance to return to the field. This loss profoundly impacts Kate, shaping her cautious approach throughout the movie and creating a sense of unfinished business that motivates her eventual return to storm chasing. Kate joins her former storm-chasing friend, Javi, for the first time since the tragic incident that led her to take a desk job. The team is testing a new tornado scanning device that could advance the science of storm prediction. As they track a tornado developing over open fields, the group's excitement is palpable, yet Kate remains cautious, keenly aware of the dangers they're facing. The storm begins as a low-category tornado, but rapidly intensifies, giving the team a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of nature. As they move closer, Kate directs her team to position the device within the tornado's path, hoping to capture data on its structure and intensity. The scene is tense, capturing the thrill of scientific discovery mixed with the raw fear of the encroaching storm. Tyler, the charismatic and daring social media influencer on the team, pushes for closer proximity, using the opportunity to film dramatic footage. His recklessness contrasts sharply with Kate's cautious approach, highlighting the internal conflict between the lure of fame and the serious science of storm chasing. Despite the building tension, the team successfully deploys the device, capturing groundbreaking data on the tornado's wind patterns before retreating to safety. This sequence establishes the stakes of their mission and hints at the dangers that will come as they continue their research into larger and more powerful storms. The fire tornado scene stands out as one of the most visually intense and high-stakes moments in the film. This scene unfolds when Kate and her team receive an emergency alert about a tornado approaching a region with a high risk of wildfire. Arriving on the scene, they find themselves facing an unprecedented danger. The tornado passes over an area of burning brush, transforming into a fire tornado, a terrifying whirlwind of flames and smoke. The scene is visually stunning and showcases cutting-edge CGI to portray the tornado engulfed in fire, with swirling flames, burning debris, and intense heat waves. This fire tornado is not only visually menacing, but also exponentially more dangerous than a regular tornado due to the unpredictable spread of flames. The characters' reactions underscore the gravity of the situation, with Kate issuing urgent warnings and trying to get her team to safety while still attempting to gather data. Tyler, true to his thrill-seeking nature, insists on capturing footage, narrowly avoiding being caught in the fiery winds. The team's vehicles and equipment are subjected to intense heat, and there's a heart-pounding moment when they must navigate their way out of the tornado's path as it bears down on them. This sequence highlights the physical and emotional toll that storm chasing takes on the team and reinforces Kate's mission to find ways to mitigate the deadly impact of such natural disasters. Between the high-adrenaline storm sequences, Twisters 2024 takes time to develop its characters, especially focusing on their personal relationships and the emotional toll of storm chasing. These quieter, more intimate moments show the bond between Kate and her team and how they cope with the risks they face. Kate, haunted by past trauma, is shown struggling to reconcile her fear of losing others with her deep commitment to meteorological research. She is particularly close with Javi, her friend and fellow scientist, who serves as a grounding presence and encourages her to confront her fears and push forward with their work. Their dynamic brings a sense of camaraderie and loyalty that balances out the film's intense action, with Javi often acting as a calming influence who understands the science and the dangers involved. The scenes with Tyler also explore his motivations and flaws. A social media star with a huge following, Tyler is initially depicted as a thrill-seeker who cares more about capturing exciting footage than safety. However, as the film progresses, his facade begins to crack, revealing a more complex character. In quieter moments, he opens up about his personal insecurities and desire for respect in the scientific community. These conversations between Tyler and Kate hint at mutual respect and underline the theme of balancing fame with responsibility. Director Lee Isaac Chung uses these character-focused scenes to highlight the internal conflicts of each team member, contrasting their scientific dedication with the very human emotions that drive them. This approach adds depth to the characters and lends emotional weight to the story, making their decisions in the action scenes feel more meaningful. The climax of Twisters 2024 features a massive, record-breaking tornado that the team is determined to confront, not only to gather crucial data, but also to validate the use of Kate's experimental storm-disrupting technology. This final chase is the most intense, with stakes that push each character to their limits. As the tornado grows, they realize it's headed toward a densely populated area, adding urgency to their mission. Kate and her team decide to deploy their new device within the tornado's direct path, knowing it's their last chance to test it under real conditions. The sequence is filled with tension as they maneuver dangerously close to the storm, racing against time and nature itself. Kate takes the lead, directing each team member's role with a sense of purpose that shows her growth and acceptance of her past traumas. The technology they are testing could change the future of storm forecasting and potentially save lives, giving the climactic scene a meaningful undertone beyond the physical danger. The tornado itself is depicted as a near-supernatural force, with powerful visual effects showing the storm's evolving shape, intensity, and sheer scale. The CGI team creates an experience where viewers feel the immensity of the tornado, from the violent winds ripping up the landscape to the dust and debris swirling around the team as they fight to escape its path. This sequence references a scene from the original Twister, giving fans a nostalgic nod while adding a fresh, high-stakes scenario for the modern story. As the team struggles to deploy the device, Tyler has a moment of redemption. After nearly leaving the team for his own interests earlier, he now risks his life to help them accomplish the mission. His character arc comes full circle, showing his dedication to the team and the mission. The climax is emotionally charged and offers closure for Kate as well. Her success in deploying the device and facing her fear brings a sense of healing. The scene concludes with the team watching as the tornado begins to dissipate, a small but powerful victory that gives the film a hopeful note.